Why 1 GB? Why specifically 1 GB?
The video, I don't know. Video is 1 GB like that.
You see, video is not 1 GB actually. Okay, so I'll generally give 2 GB 2048 MB. So again, there you have to set it as per your system. Okay, resources. In my system, I am having 12 GB of RAM, so I allocated some extra memory. So you are having 8 GB RAM, you can aram se allocate 2 GB, 2.5 GB, no issues. Giving 1 GB and you are asking it will take a lot of time, it is taking a lot of time, definitely it will take a lot of time to start the VM. There is nothing you can do or I can do in that case. Increase the RAM, okay, so that at least, okay, generally if you give 1 GB and all to open SSMS itself, it will take 10-15 minutes. Okay, so you have the resources, right? 8 GB, why don't you allocate 2 GB? On what basis you allocate 2 GB? We have already discussed how we are going to allocate the memory and all. If you have 8 GB, allocate 2 GB, no issues. If you have 12 GB, allocate 3 GB, no issues. If you have 16 GB, allocate 4 GB, it will be more faster. Okay, so
So it's
increase the.
possible to
We
modify.
can, yeah, we can modify at any time. I'll show you. Now I have already started the VM, right? I'll show you for other VMs. Okay, you can modify at any time, but the VM should be in stopped state. Okay. Now you want to
Yeah.
increase the RAM, right? So for this mission, I want to increase the RAM. Right click, settings, and go to system. Second one. Here you can change it. Okay, if you want to allocate 2 GB, make it 2048. That's it. But again, see, I am having 16 GB RAM. Okay, I'm having 16 GB RAM, so I can allocate 3 GB or 4 GB also I can allocate, no issues for me. You are having 8 GB RAM, right? So allocate 2048 MB.
Yeah. Nice.
Remaining 6 GB will be there for your local machine, right? 2 GB only it will take and remaining 6 GB will be there for your local machine. So it will perfectly run, no, it will run perfectly, no issues and all. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Any questions? Any doubts? Yes. No questions? Okay, done. So let's start the session, guys. In the last class, we discussed about how many types of updates are there, what are the updates, what is meant by an update, what is service pack, what is cumulative update, what are hot fixes, right? And we discussed about the service packs. From which version service packs are not supporting, guys?
17.
From 2017 there is no service pack concept. Okay, so we have service packs, different types of. What is the maximum service packs are there till now? What is the max service packs are there till now?
SP4.
SP4, up to SP4 we have service packs. So how frequently service packs are going to release?
1 year.
Every minimum 1 year, right? Minimum 1 year. So either it will be 1 year or 2 years, minimum 1 year they will take. So like we have major updates also, like cumulative updates are major updates, and these will release every 1 month. Okay, minor updates, cumulative updates are minor updates. These updates will release every monthly or minimum 1 month, monthly or every 2 months once they are going to release. So apart from those two releases, we have QFEs, quick fix engineering, GDRs, general distribution release and all, right? So, and we also discussed the process. Can anyone tell me what is the process to patch the SQL Server? What is the process to patch the SQL Server?
We have to ask downtime.
Yes, very good.
Get
Yeah. Yes.
You need to take the approval.
Right. Okay. So first we have to check who is the server owner. Okay. So we don't know, right, from where you are going to take the downtime. You should know the server owner, right? Business owner you should know, or application owner you should know. So find out the application owner or server owner, send an email to him, tell them that we are going to patch the SQL Server. Okay, so it's very important for the security and all. And tell them we are going to restart the Windows machine before and after patching. So what is the best time to apply the patches and all? You have to ask the downtime window. He'll give you a downtime window, say Saturday or Sunday, this time they are going to give you. So generally it's better to take a minimum 3 hours, guys. Okay, patching can be completed in 30 minutes or 1 hour itself. Patching can be completed hardly in 1 hour itself, but still it's good to take 3 hours downtime. Why guys, why we have to take 3 hours downtime? Any specific reason?
Before making the, we can check whether the application is working properly or not.
Correct. Okay, so we'll have some time. Okay, in case if something went wrong during the patching process, we'll have some time to troubleshoot. If you take only 1 hour, you can tell them it will generally request for 3 hours downtime window. If everything is smooth, the patching will be completed in 1 hour itself. Okay, you can tell them directly. So generally patching will take 30 minutes to 1 hour. So for safe side, we are going to take 3 hours in case if something went wrong during patching to troubleshoot the issues and all. We should have some time, right? So generally we'll ask for 3 hours downtime. But generally within an hour, hardly it will take 30 minutes, guys. Within an hour itself, we are going to patch the SQL server and we are going to hand over the instance to the application team again, so that they are going to do some cross checks whether everything is looking good or not, application is able to connect or not, application is up and running or not. So they will check they will do the some testing and all. Then finally they are going to close the change window, or the DBA team is going to change the close window, and the DBA team is going to close the change window. Okay, so once you got the approval from the customer, you have to raise a change request. These changes, we have different types of changes like standard change, a normal change, emergency change. These things will be discussed in the ITIL class, last class. Okay, so once change is approved, once you raise the change, this change will go to CAB meeting, change advisory board meeting. There from all other teams also people are going to represent some changes. So there you have to represent as a DBA, you or your colleague has to represent the database related changes and all. Not only patching guys, lot of other things also will raise change request. So once CAB people approved the change, then you are good to proceed for the change implementation. Okay, you are good to implement the change, guys. Right. So before implementation of the change, you have to do some pre-checks and post checks. After implementation, post checks. Before implementation, pre-checks. I'm sorry. So what and all pre-checks you have to do? What and all precautions you have to take before patching the SQL server? So there are few precautions are there, guys, very important precautions. So before and after patching, you have to make sure you are following these precautions, right? So what are the precautions that we have to follow before patching? So you have to check. Earlier, yesterday also we discussed how many SQL services are up and running. You have to check, guys. How many SQL services are up and running? You have to check. Why? Where I can check, guys? From where I can check how many SQL services are up and running?
Services.
Services.msc.
Service.
Okay. So we can use services.msc. There we can see. Why to check how many services are running? What is the reason? What is the reason, guys? Why I have to check how many services are up and running? SQL Server side.
If there is any other service are running, we have to request
Very good.
permission from the other. Yeah.
Very good, Abhi. Very good. So same, guys. Same. In case if two instances are there, in our machine, thank you. If two instances are there in our machine, okay, that other instance owner, he might not. Why? Because we are going to patch, we are going to reboot the whole Windows machine 192.168.0.10. We are going to reboot the whole Windows machine. So whatever SQL servers are there in this Windows machine, they're all going to be restarted. But you took the downtime approvals for only one instance. What about other instance? We can install multiple instances, right? It can be 2 instances, it can be 3 instances, it can be 4 instances, but you only took approval for only one instance. Suddenly other 3 instances also will be down. You are restarting the whole Windows machine itself. So definitely other instances also will be down. So you have to check. First you have to check how many instances are up and running. How many instances are up and running? How many services are up and running? So you have to check first. So that if 2 or more instances are there, you have to request every server owner, every application owner, hey, we are planning to patch so and so server. It seems there is an instance belongs to your application in this Windows machine. Before and after patching, we have to restart this Windows machine. So your applications will be down for some time. Please let us know when we can perform this activity. So like that, how many instances are there? To all, every instance will have one POC, guys. What is meant by POC? What is POC?
Point of contact.
Yeah, POC or SPOC, point of contact,
point.
single point of contact. Okay, so mostly whatever instances that are running in this machine will have same SPOC or POC, guys. Okay, mostly the business owner will be the same for the whole Windows machine, but sometimes there is a chance that different application people also they can use the server. So that's why first of all the first thing you have to check is how many instances are running. If multiple instances are running, take approvals from all the instance owners. That is the first check. Second check, imagine I have two instances. Just a minute, just a minute. Hello. Right, okay. So that is one case. Second case is, imagine you have two instances in this machine. Imagine two instances are up and running. Currently only one. Okay, or else let me show you my local laptop. Okay, I'm opening my local laptop services, guys. In my local laptop also I installed two instances. Okay, right. So imagine in the server you have two instances like this. Okay, two instances. This is one instance, this is another instance. Okay, you can see SQL server in the bracket instance name, SQL server in the bracket default instance. So out of these two instances, how many services are running, guys? How many services are running? How many? Out of these two instances, only one instance is running. So these are all, guys, listen carefully. One thing, okay, so these are all my 10 years experience worst cases. So you might face, I'm not saying every time you will face these challenges. So in my 10 years, whatever challenges I faced, I'm explaining all those things. So there might be a chance that you're also going to be face these kind of challenges while patching. So it's always good to check each and every corner before and after patching. Okay, so don't think like we might get these issues, but it's always safe side. Again, as a DBA, as an employee, you should be always in safe side. You have to play a safe game. Okay, right. Now out of two instances, one instance is down. Okay, one instance is not running. Very simple, one instance is not running. Someone wantedly kept the instance offline. Now without checking these things, you just restarted the Windows machine. You did the patching and patching went successful. After patching, now you just cross check again. Why? Because again after patching also will do post steps, right? Post patching steps will be there, post precautions will be there. So after patching you checked one instance is down. So you before patching you didn't check this instance is up and running or not, but after patching you checked that you can see this instance is down. So what things will run in your mind by that time? How you are going to think, guys? Before patching you have to check, but you just forgot the things and all, but you just forgot this check. After patching you checked and one instance is down. Out of two instances, one instance is down. Tell me, guys.
If the instance is down, it cannot download, right?
Yes. So what do you think? After the patching, one instance is down. You don't know before patching it is down only, but you just saw after patching, so it was showing like down. So what do you think during that time? You will think like maybe after patching only this instance is down, like that only you will think, right? Right, immediately in your brain what things will come, guys? Simple, very simple. I didn't check the I didn't check it before patching, so after I'm not sure whether before patching it's up and running or not, but after patching it is showing down. So might be patching can be one reason, so because of that only the instance is down, like that you will think, right? Right, so that's why it's always good to check how many services are up and running before patching, how many services are not running. Just take a snapshot, that's it. Just take a snapshot of the screen. Okay, you can use snipping tool. Using snipping tool you can take a snapshot, and you can just temporarily you can store this somewhere else, okay, until the patching is going to be completed. Just take a snapshot like this, how many services are there. So before patching if you took the snapshot, after patching if anyone comes to you, hey, one of the instance is down after patching, like that, if they ask, you have a screenshot. No, 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 that is not because of patching. Before patching itself the services are in stopped state. Patching nowhere related to this activity, like that you will have a solid proof to talk. I'm sorry. If you don't have this screenshot, how you will play a safe game, guys? Tell me. So it will be difficult. So that's why whatever services are up and running, no issues. You don't start any services. But before patching, what is the state of the services? After patching also same state should be there. If they are running, again all the services should be up and running before patching and after patching. If some of the services are stopped state, okay, whatever services are stopped state, all the services also should be in stopped state after patching also. So this you have to remember. So before patching, go to services.msc, take a screenshot of the instance and take a screenshot of all the services. Keep it somewhere. Once patching is successful, just check the same corner again, services.msc. See before and after patching same status is there or not. Compare the images. If everything is good, you can delete this data, no issues. We don't use this, okay? So that's how it is very important, guys. That's why you have to make sure before and after patching you have to check how many instances are there, how many SQL services are up and running, how many services are up and running, how many services are not running. You have to take a screenshot. This is one check. Second check, very important, is sorry, you have to check how many databases are there, how many databases are online, how many databases are offline. For example, before patching this is the state, guys. Okay, before patching this is the state. Wanted I'm keeping this database offline. You don't keep any database offline during patching, just to show you. Okay, right, fine. You didn't check this, you just simply patched the SQL server. Patching is successful. After patching, now you started doing health checks again. After patching again you will do health checks, right? So while doing health checks you just expanded the databases. Now you saw that one database is offline state. Again, what do you think, guys? Before patching you didn't check the database states and all. After patching you checked all the database states. Out of 4 database, 3 are online, 1 is offline. What do you think?
In the same way of the patching.
We get confused also.
Very good. You will be confused, like before patching the database is offline or after patching the database is offline. We don't know, right? So you have to take the snapshot of this database states also. If you take a snapshot, the state before patching, whatever state is there, you can see after patching also, you can compare it easily. If you cannot take snapshot, if the list is so big, run sp help db, sp underscore help db. It will show you all the database states and all you can see here. Okay. So if you run this one, the query sp underscore help db, you can save this output. Okay. Once patching is done, you can compare, guys. Okay. You can easily check it. Sp underscore help db is one query, will tell you the status of all the databases. And if you run this, you can see the output, whether the databases are online or not. You can see the output, guys. Okay. It is taking time. Right, now you see the output. So you can see generally in this output you can see only the online databases only. You cannot see offline database. See, you cannot see Telegram here. So let me check with a select star from sys databases. Okay. So let me check with this query. It will also give you the output for databases, guys. Okay, you can see here. Right, you can see here, guys. So you can see the database is showing, but it is not showing whether it is offline or online. But it is simply showing null. Null means generally if the databases are online, the version it will generally show you null. So you can copy this output and you can save it, guys. After patching also same state should be there. So that's why it's always good to check the database states also before patching and after patching. These are the checks. What is the next check? Make sure in the C drive you have enough free space before patching. Make sure in the C drive of the server you have enough free space or not. Again, I'm saying before patching, make sure you have enough free space is there or not in the C drive of the server, not your local laptop, guys. C drive, server C drive. Why I have to check? Why? Because if we have the free space less than 3 GB, now I can see 8 GB free space is there, 8.39 GB free space is there. But if you have free space less than 3 GB, if you have less than 3 GB free space is there, your patching will be failed, guys. If you have C drive with less than 3 GB, your patching will be failed. Why it will fail, I'll tell you. Why? Because while patching, generally SQL Server will take the backup of the binaries during the patching activity. SQL Server will take automatically it will take the backup of the binaries and it will store in the C drive only. So that is around 1 GB, 1.5 GB like that, or 2 GB also if the server is big, or 3 GB also. So in case if you are having less free space in the C drive of the server, like less than 3 GB, then while taking the backups, it cannot proceed. So your patching will be failed. It's difficult to find the reason and it's difficult to fix the issue also after patching. Before patching, if you check, imagine now you have less than 3 GB free space, around 2.5 GB free space is there. Then how to fix that issue? You have 2.5 GB free space is there in the C drive, guys. How you are going to fix this issue?
I think we
We
have
can
to
check storage
request
time
more
to
space.
Let's
Or
yeah.
Windows.
Yes, as this is the C drive, Windows drive, OS drive, you have to request Windows team to clean something here or to extend the C drive, right? But again, I'm saying cross check how much free space is there in the C drive. If it is showing less than 3 GB, don't proceed with the patching. At least worst case 3 GB is also fine, but less than 2 GB. If anything between less than 2 GB, don't proceed for patching. Mostly it will be failed, guys. Then again it's difficult to find out the reason. It don't show you in the logs, hey, you don't have enough free space in the C drive, that's why I'm failing. It don't show you directly. You have to check the logs. Based on the logs you have to understand what is the reason and all. Okay, so make sure you have enough free space, at least 3 GB free space is there in the C drive. This is another check, guys. Okay, and next check is you have to cross check this, guys. You have to cross check this. What is this? Select @ version. Okay, run this query and check the output. Check this number 15.0.2000.5 and this number, this is query results and this is object explorer. In the object explorer, what is the number it is showing? In the query results, what is the number it is showing? Cross check, guys. Both should be same. Shanmukh, is there any chance both can be different? Yes. Yes. In which case, if the last patch is partially successful, if the last patch is partially successful means not fully successful, then in the output it will show you one number, in the object explorer it will show you one number. In that case, what will happen, guys? Your patching will be failed. Damn sure it will be failed. I have experienced this issue earlier. Okay, so make sure select at version you are running, the output you can see here. So this number object explorer build number, okay, and output selected at version output build number, both are same or not. If both are not same, how to fix it? If both are not same, you have to remove the old patch. How to remove the old patch? First, let's discuss about how to patch the server. Then I'll show you how to remove the patching. Okay, we can patching means update, right? We can remove the updates. Whatever updates are there, we can remove it. 1 minute. Sudarshan, just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute.
Is everyone able to hear my voice? So, Shanmu, loading please. Yeah, thank you.
Recording in progress.
All right. So, guys, so what? I'm extremely sorry. Like yesterday, we were to complete the task because of I tried to services because of data.
Right. Okay. So at 7:30 I have to start one class. So that's why every time we'll have a break at 7:30 generally. Okay. Fine. Right. So we have to check the version of the SQL server. Okay. We have to compare the query results, build number, and we have to compare the object explorer build number also. Both should be same. There are some cases that this here you can see one number and here you can see same 15.0 only, but the third number and fourth number, guys, when you patch the SQL server, third number and fourth number will be changed. Only third number and fourth number will be changed. Let me show you. So yesterday I guess we discussed about the what is that SQL server builds.blogspot.com. Okay, so this is a third party website. It's not a website completely, it's a blogspot. So if you see here, see when you apply SP1 on 2016, okay, when you apply SP1 on 2016, nothing will happen to your major version 13.0, 13.0, 13.0, 13.0. But here the third part, the RTM build number is 1601.5. When you apply SP1, the third part will be changed to 4001, fourth part will be changed to 0. The number will keep increasing, guys. This is 1600, this is 4000, this is 5000, this is 6300. Okay, so the number will keep increasing. If you see anywhere, this is for 2014, 12.0, 12.0, 12.0, 12.0. The first number, major version, minor version will never change during patching. Which numbers will change, guys? Third part and fourth part will be changed. This third portion and fourth portion will be changed. Here you see 2000.8, 4100.1, 5000 and 6000, and it will keep increasing. If it is keep increasing means new update. If it is decreasing means you are removing the updates. If the number is increasing means you are adding the updates. If you are decreasing the number means you are removing the updates or deleting the updates or uninstalling the updates. So that's why here if you see number is same 2000.5 2000.5. Forget about major version, minor version, no issues. So after patching, the number will be changed, guys. If I patch the SQL server with the latest cumulative update, this is 2019, right? So I can patch. I don't have service pack concept, so I can patch with cumulative update, but the patching process is same for everyone. Sir, can you show me how to patch with service pack, how to patch with the cumulative update, how to patch with the QFA, how to patch with GDR? No, all are updates only. There is no extra screen you will get it. If you know how to patch with a service pack, you can easily apply the same options during patching your cumulative update. Okay, same QFE also. If you want to patch with QFE, same, that is also an update. All are updates only, guys. There is no difference between in applying service pack and in applying cumulative updates, in applying QFE and in applying GDRs. All are same only. Okay, so nothing to worry. So everything is same. So if you know how to apply with a CU cumulative update, and the same process will follow for service pack also, right? So this is how generally it will work. So you have to check select @ version and make sure the output is same. Okay, and the object explorer values and output is also same, guys. This is also one more thing you have to keep in mind before patching. Before patching, you have to check all these things. And one more thing is select @ server name. Select @ server name will tell you the instance name, guys. Select @ server name will tell you the instance name. Okay, select @ server name will tell you the instance name. So here I can see this is also instance name, right? This is also instance name, right? So if you want to see in query results, you can use this command. Okay, select @ server name, execute, guys. So if you execute, you can see this name and this name both are showing same, right? Right, guys? You can compare here. WinKVJJC8, WinKVJJC8, PCA, GF, both are same. So you have to, but still you have to check before patching. You have to check. One day I faced this issue. So what is the issue? Here it is showing one name, here it is showing different name. Like select @ version output, how the build number should be same, then only you can proceed to patch, right? In the same way, select @ server name output also should be same with your object explorer server name. This is your object explorer. You are going to explore each object, right? Everything is known as objects in SQL Server. So each object you will explore, right? Explore means you are going to open it and just check it. So objects you are going to explore, right? So that's why it is object explorer. Fine. So this name should be same. If not, your patching will be failed. So is there a chance that names can be different? Yes. In what scenario, guys? Can anyone guess in what scenario this name and this name both are different? In what scenario? Guess it.
Server.
Server?
Server.
Different
Whenever we patch different servers.
No. No.
I think is partially successful.
No.
It happens for default instance.
Why?
So a default instance takes the name of a computer name.
Okay.
And change it.
Computer name
So,
and?
if anyone changes the name,
very good. Very good. That's it. This is the computer name, right? This is the computer name. Where I can see computer name? You can see here this PC properties. I can see the computer name. Right click properties of this PC. You can see computer name. Generally it don't happen, guys, but there is a chance. That's why for the smooth patching you have to check all these things. Okay, for the smooth patching experience you have to check all these things. Generally 99.99% you don't face these issues. That's why I told you I am explaining best case and worst case also. You should know all these things. Okay, so generally don't happen, but when you are patching old servers, some old servers will be there. When you are patching old servers, you have to keep in mind about these small things also. Otherwise, after patching is failed, instead of spending on that failed patch for 2 hours, 3 hours, you can simply, if you just before patching itself, you can just check this within 3 seconds. Select at server name, both are same or not. It will take 3 seconds, but if you don't check it, if you ignore it, it will take 3 hours to troubleshoot, or 3 days also to troubleshoot. Not sure. What is the reason? We don't know, right? It don't tell you, hey, computer name is different, so I don't apply, I'm going to fail. It don't tell you like that. It might fail with a different error. So that to troubleshoot that error, it might take lot of time. So that's why, so always you have to go for the precaution. So now this is the server name. There is a chance that someone can change the server name. Okay, so you can change. See, this is the current server name. I can change it to batch 50. Right, when you change the server name, what will happen? SQL server side also you have to perform some activities. So sometimes Windows team unknowingly they will change the server name. They also don't know whether SQL services are running on this or not. Simply they will change the server name. Sometimes, very rarely, not regularly. In that case, what will happen? Your computer name will show you different name here. In the master database, it will store this name. In the master database, it is showing, it is saving this name, but while connecting, you have to give new name. You have to give new computer name. Batch 50, like that you have to give. Batch 50. As of now, I didn't change it, but batch 50 you have to give if I changed. So here it will show you batch 50. In the master database, it will show you old name. So you have to fix this issue first. Make sure both should showing, both are showing same name, batch 50, batch 50 also it should show. What I have to do to fix that issue? You have to drop the old server sp underscore, there is a query sp underscore drop server. In this case, what we have to do? Sp underscore drop server name. This is the server name. You have to drop the old server, okay, and you have to add the new server name. Sp underscore add server name. What is the new server name? Batch 50, okay, comma local. You have to run these two queries and you have to restart the SQL server. Then when after that, if you run selected server name, when you run this query, it will update the master catalog also. So after this, when you restart it, then proceed for patching. Okay, so once I faced this issue, so that's why I remembered, guys. So make sure that selected server name is giving the same server name as you can see in the object explorer. Okay, right, guys? Any questions? Right.
One question, Mr. Shank.
Yes, please.
Is there any possibility that we can patch two different server
Two different servers at a time?
at the same time?
Not possible. I'll tell you. Okay, and not possible. That
Okay,
is not
okay.
possible. I'll tell you in what scenarios it will work. Okay, I'll tell you. So yeah. Any questions here? So these are the main precautions that we have to follow, guys. Other than this, one more thing is there, that you have to make sure copy the patch files before a day. Copy the patch files before a day, guys. Why? Why? Because you are going to patch SQL server during weekends. Mostly if it is production servers and all, during weekends you will patch. How you will copy the patch files? Generally, how you are going to copy the files to the server? How you will copy? Directly, can you copy paste? Directly, is it possible to copy paste, guys?
No, with help of network team.
We cannot copy, right? Then how we are going to copy the files? How you will copy?
With help of network.
Shared path. Right, we'll use shared path, right? Okay, what we'll use? We are going to use shared path. Right? Imagine this kind of shared path we'll use. Okay? This kind of shared path we'll use. right? Imagine SQL Server patch files. Okay, imagine SQL Server patch files, right? Okay, so Control C. Forget about this folder. Forget about this folder. Okay, so what you will do? How you are going to copy it? You will connect to that server. Okay, you will connect to that server. You will open this folder, shared folder. You are going to open this shared folder, and you are going to hit enter. When I am able to open this folder, if this server 192.160.0.10 is having access to this shared folder, then only I can open this path. There you can see some service pack cumulative update will be there. But imagine if this path, if this server doesn't have access to this path. Imagine this server doesn't have access to this path. This server doesn't have access to this path. You didn't check this in the, you didn't check this whether that server is having shared folder access or not. You didn't check this on Friday. You are ready to patch on Saturday. Now you are, before patching, you are trying to copy the files, right? Saturday morning 10 a.m. it was scheduled. So by 9:45 you are trying to copy the files. This shared path is not working. How you are going to copy the file? Got my point, guys? The shared path, the location that you are using is not working on the server. Then how you will copy the patch files, the softwares? How? How we can copy? Any idea how we can copy?
You need to grant permissions to that particular user or
Who will give? Who will give access? Are you going to give access?
The application owner.
Generally, shared paths will be controlled by the network team.
Okay.
Shared paths will be controlled by the network team. So network team has to give the access, or Windows team has to give the access to the shared folders. Saturday, right? Who will be available for you? Got my point? That is Saturday. No one will be available. Very limited people will be available on the Saturday. So whom you will ask? They will also be busy with their activities. So they may not respond properly. So your patching window will be closed without copying, without implementing the change. There are some scenarios that people, they are unable to copy the patch files. Because of that, they missed the change window. So it's very important whether the shared location is working or not, whether you are able to copy the files. If you checked on Friday itself, if it is not working, you can raise a request on Friday itself, so that Friday people will be available and they will help you a lot. But if you don't check on Friday, simply you came for the preparation without studying, like how it will be, directly came for the patching without checking all these things, then if the path, generally path will work, 99% path will work, but again this is the worst case I am saying. This is the worst case. There are some challenges like this also. If you don't copy the patch files before a day or during working day, you might face, there is a chance that you might face this kind of challenges also. So to avoid all these things, make sure you are copying the files on weekdays itself, so that if you don't have access on weekdays, resources will be there to help you. If it's on weekends, very limited resources will be there. From each team, only one person will be available. If he is busy with other activities, he cannot respond. Okay, so your downtime window will be closed. So that's how it is going to work. So before patching itself, make sure you copy the patch files. Okay, clear, guys? Everything is good? Any questions, any doubts? Any questions, guys? No questions? Right. So now let me show you how to download the patch file. So I want to patch the SQL Server with the 2019, right? My SQL Server, MS SQL Server is 2019. So what is the latest cumulative update for 2019? Can anyone tell me? What is the latest cumulative update for 2019?
21.
CU21.
E21. You can see here, clearly you can see here. Guys, they are asking this kind of questions also in the interview. They are asking this kind of questions also in the interview. They don't ask bill number, but they will ask what is the latest service pack for this instance, what is the latest cumulative update for that instance. So they might ask this kind of questions. As we are doing regularly patchings generally will do every quarterly or half yearly, guys. Okay, so regularly, and that too will patch all the servers. So each one will get at least 20-30 servers. Worst case in the organization, 100 servers or 50 servers will be there. So everyone will get at least 10-20 servers every quarterly or every half yearly. Imagine if you are having 1000 servers, definitely you will get 100 servers to patch. So if you are patching 100 servers, means you should remember, right, what kind of files are there you have to patch. So what is the latest update and all you have to know, right? Sometimes your team lead might ask, hey, Vinod, please download CU21 for SQL Server 2019 and keep it in the database DBA shared folder. They might ask you to do like this also. So you should know, right, how to download. So go to SQL Server builds.blogspot.com. Which version you want to patch? Go to that version. So the latest cumulative update you can see. Can we see the previous updates? Yes. Click on this 2019. You can see all the previous updates when they are released. See, this is CU1. It released on 7th January 2020. And then cumulative update. This is CU2. You can see in the brackets. See, 13/2 February, January it was released, and again in the February month again it was released. And CU3 again it was released in the March month, that 12/13, and again one more released on the same March month, 31 March. And okay, you can see after March again, April there is no update, May there is no update, again in June they released CU5, again August, September, October, again January, February, April, June, August. Like this you can see every monthly or every 2 months once you can see the updates. So this is the last update, which is CU21. Latest CU was released. This is the new one, and it was released this month, 15th June 2023. Recently, very recently it was released. If you want to patch with a specific cumulative update, you can click on that number. You can go to any of the cumulative updates. You can choose. Every time no need to download, guys. As you are doing for the first time, I am showing you. In the organization, it will be downloaded and it will be copied to the folder. No need to download every time when they are asking us to patch. Cross check which is the latest. For example, you are going to patch 10 servers next month. So don't blindly go to the shared folder location and don't blindly apply the patches. Before patching, check what is the latest CU. So by August, you might get one more CU, right? CU22 you might get. So that's why before applying patch, just check it what is the latest CU. If there is no change, no need to download. If there is a change, download it and put it in the shared location and you can proceed for patching, right? Chalo. Now how to download? Click on this link. Automatically it will route you to the Microsoft.com website. Again, make sure if you are downloading anything, make sure you are downloading from authorized websites, and especially make sure you are able to see HTTPS. What is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS?
Secured one.
Yes means secured. Certificates will be there. Secure certificates will be there. Okay. So that's why it's a trusted website. For some websites you don't see certificate HTTP, you can see, and you can see a warning symbol here. If you see warning symbol means that's not a good site to download. So you are downloading it from Microsoft.com only, nothing to worry. So you can see KB article. What is this KB? KB means, what is KB?
Global.
KB means
Knowledge.
File size.
okay. Yes, Abhi, you are close. Try it, Abhi. Knowledge books.
No.
Okay. Knowledge base.
Knowledge base. Okay.
Yeah, every CU, every update will have one number. That number is called KB article. Okay, every update will have one number, either it is service pack or cumulative update or QFE or GDR. It will have one number that is called your KB article. KB means knowledge base article. Remember this number, I will show you later. So what and all things it is going to fix? Known issues. If you apply, see here, this article describes cumulative update package 21 for Microsoft SQL Server 2019. This update contains 28 fixes that were issued after the release of SQL Server 2019 cumulative update 20. After CU20, they found 28 fixes. Those 28 fixes they included in this cumulative update CU21. Okay, right? You can see, no need to remember all these things, just to show you. Issue 2, the issue is caused change introduced in SQL Server 2019 CU20 for managed instance link feature. So assume the database of always and this is different. I'll tell you later. Okay. So you can see what and all fixes it can do. See, these are all the fixes, bug fixes. These are the bugs. Every bug will have bug reference number. So it is going to fix all these things. Okay, whatever bugs you can see, fixes an issue where hierarchy created in master MDS services if there is an issue. Mostly MDS services only issues are there. So it is going to fix all these 18 or 21. How many bugs? How many fixes? 21 or 28? How many? It is also going to see. Guys, one more thing I want to tell you guys. Sometimes if you are getting errors like this, an error occurred in service broker, database mirroring, transparent connection endpoint. If you are getting errors also, because of bugs only you will get errors, right? Last time Nandini got the same error. That is an error actually. Why? That is a bug. Okay, so that's why it is throwing like an error. So sometimes to fix the errors also, you have to patch your SQL server with the latest cumulative update. So this is the error. To fix this error, you have to patch your SQL server with the latest cumulative, that is CU21. Okay, so you can see what and all things you can fix using this cumulative update. You can see all these things you can fix using this cumulative update. All these things, these are all bugs you can fix using this cumulative update. So this is how generally we can see the bugs and all. So you can click on this link. You can see if you are unable to click on this, simply open the website, Control F, simply type download. Okay, click. You can just hit enter. You can see download the latest cumulative update. Click on this. Okay, then it will open one page. Okay, you can see the language and all. Make sure you choose English language and click on the download button. That's it, guys. This is how we can download the cumulative update. See how much it is, 751 MB. Sometimes they will ask you what is the cumulative update size, what is the size of the service pack, just to check whether you are real-time DBS or a fake DBS, whether you are a genuine or fake. They might ask you what is the size of SQL server, what is the size of SSMS, what is the size of your service pack, what is the size of your cumulative update. So you can tell anywhere between 1 to 1.5 GB. Generally SQL server's size will be 1 to 1.5 GB. Service packs and cumulative update size will be 500 MB to 1 GB. You can tell. Okay. Service packs and cumulative update sizes will be 500 MB to 1 GB. Okay, guys. So you have to download this, and again, no need to download every time while you are patching. First check whether this is there or not in your shared folder. If it's not there, you can patch it, you can download it, and you can copy to that shared folder. Then you can try accessing that shared folder from the servers, and you can copy this update to the servers directly from the shared location, and you can proceed for patching, guys. Just a minute, it is downloading. Once done, I'll copy this file to the server, and I'll start patching the SQL server. I'm sorry. Right, okay, it's downloaded guys, you can see it's blinking. So what you can do, just go to the folder, show in folder, and what you can do, copy that file, whatever file is there, copy that file, right click, you can copy guys, just copy it, and you can go to the server, you can keep it in this location. Okay, right. So to copy it will take 1-2 minutes guys. Once this is copied, generally in the organization, again I am saying, you cannot copy directly from your local laptop, and you cannot download it from the server also. Server don't have internet connection. Okay, so you have to open, you have to copy this to shared location. That shared location you have to open from the server guys. Okay, just keep this point in mind. Generally you will feel like we have to download in your local laptop and you have to copy. It won't copy guys, you cannot copy anything from your local laptop to servers, it don't allow you. If you copy any virus files, it is going to attack the whole organization, right? So that's why it don't allow you to copy. So sometimes it will block you, even though it is going to show you like copying, but at the end of the file copying you will get an error, you don't have access, or this action is not permitted kind of errors you are going to get it. Okay, so where you have to copy, to the shared location you have to copy. Outside you can access that shared location from your local laptop also. You can copy that file to the shared location and go to the server, open the same shared location, you can see the files. So let it be. Once it's copied, then we'll patch the SQL Server guys. Patching SQL Server is nothing. Open the patch file, next, select the instance you want to patch, next, patch, that's it. But see, yesterday also we discussed 1.5 hours, today also we discussed 1.5 hours, total 3 hours we discussed. So you have, it's a downtime activity. Okay, so it's not like simply go and open the setup file and run, next and finish. You cannot do that. You have to do all the checks before patching, then only you can proceed for patching. Okay. Right, okay. Right, okay, you can see the patch file is copied guys. So now what you have to do, forget about all these things, whatever copied and all, forget about. So you have to go to the server, you have to open the shared location. This is the shared location you are going to copy and hit enter. Now you can see the patch file when you open the shared location. Okay, right, fine. Now you have to open this file with run as admin mode. So guys, tell me, do I need to stop the SQL server before patching? Do I need to stop the SQL server guys before patching?
Start.
Do I need to stop the SQL server? Forget about Windows. Of course, Windows machine I will restart guys. Okay. So it's mandatory to restart the Windows machine. I'll show you, one check will be there. If you don't restart the Windows machine, that check will be failed. I'll show you guys. Once the setup file is opened, I'll show you. Just a minute, it is why it is taking this much time.
So no need to script out logins.
No need to script out logins, not required. Okay, sometimes generally people will follow this also, like they're for safe side they are going to take the backup of the user databases, they are going to script out the logins, not required actually. Okay, you are patching the SQL server, not required, nothing will happen. Okay, but still again for safe side if you want to take, what we will generally do is, if it is an old server, we'll ask Windows team to take the VM level snapshot, Windows machine level snapshot. So if something goes wrong, we can restore the VM level snapshot. Okay. So generally not required to script out the logins in patching. It don't impact your logins. Okay. So right click, run as administrator, guys. Right. Okay. So click on run. As it is trying to access it from shared location, that's why it is taking time. Generally don't take that much time. So let it be, you will get an experience of accessing from shared location also. Now it is extracting, guys. See, you can see that hotfix pack like that. Now it is not patching, guys. Don't think it is patching. Okay, so it's just unwrapping the file, that's it. Now it will open the setup file automatically. Once the unwrapping is done, it will open the setup file. So you can see, I'll show you. Do I need to close SSMS, or do I need to stop SQL Server before patching and after patching? Do I need to do anything, guys? Not required. Okay, no need to close SSMS, nothing to worry. No need to start the SQL Server also. Automatically it will be taken care by the patch file. Okay, so during patching your SQL Server will be rebooted multiple times. Okay, your SQL Server automatically, SQL Server, not Windows machine. You have to reboot the Windows machine, Windows Server before patching. But during patchings, SQL server will be rebooted multiple times. So that's why automatically these reboots will be done once patching is successfully completed. Finally, you have to reboot the Windows server again. Okay. So before patching, you have to restart the Windows server. After patching also, you have to restart the Windows server. It is taking a lot of time. Yeah, you can see here on the taskbar. Click on this. I accept the license terms. Next. Now see here, guys. Now, sorry. Abhi asked one question. I have multiple instances. Can I patch all the instances at a time? This is the scenario. This is the screen where you can see multiple instances, guys. If you are having two instances, you can see all the two instances here. Either you can patch both or you can uncheck that one. Okay, how to uncheck? You can uncheck. If you uncheck now, you can proceed. It will be okay. You cannot, I mean, you are going to skip the patching on this instance. If you are having two instances, you can either check both the instances, you can uncheck any of the instance, so that if you uncheck the instance, you don't patch that instance. Clear, guys? Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
So
Yes.
you can see two instances or three instances or five instances in the screen. Select whatever instances you want to patch. Don't select all the instances. Okay, even though you select multiple instances, nothing will happen. Once the patching is completed on one server, it will initiate the patching on another server. So you don't do it parallelly. Still you don't do it parallelly. Even though you check two instances in the screen, you don't do it parallelly. First it will patch first server, then once that is done, it will go for second instance. Right? One more question. Now, in this screen I can see two instances, but I am unable to select another instance. What might be the reason? Or I am unable to unselect another instance. What might be the reason? Guess it. You can easily guess, guys. No issues. Two instances are there. I can select only one instance. I cannot select another instance. It's already showing. Okay, selected. Or you cannot unselect the instance. What might be the reason?
We didn't an approval.
Sorry, approval.
Hold
No, not required. See, there is no. Now, do we have any approvals? We are patching, right?
Maybe that instance is in running state.
No. This instance is also running state. You can see, right, the MS SQL server. Guess it. Yeah, that's fine. Guess it. Like,
That
Oh, might the new community.
patched.
sorry.
That instance
that's
may be already patched.
Very good. Correct. That instance might be already patched. Okay. Sometimes you will get one error. No instances are there to patch, or no eligible instances are there to patch. When you open this instance, see, now I am patching, right? Next time if I open the same setup file, I'll get the error. Why? Because I am using CU21. I have already patched this instance with CU21. So if again I am opening the same setup file, next time I'll get the error, no instances, no eligible instances to patch. So yes, here, if they belongs to same 2019, if you are having multiple instances of same version, you can see in this list. But sometimes you can check it, sometimes you cannot uncheck. When? If the instance is already patched, you cannot uncheck, guys. Sometimes you can see that error, no eligible instances are there to patch. That means already it was patched with the latest cumulative update only. Again you are trying to patch the same. You cannot patch multiple times, only once you can patch with the same update. Okay, so these are the possible cases you can see in this screen. This is the only main screen to select the instances. Remaining next patch it. Okay. Now it is going to check what and all files are in use in the background. And guys, sometimes this is also an important point. Sometimes if you are patching the server, real-time server, some application jobs will keep running on the servers, guys. So before patching, you have to inform to the Windows team. Application team. Before patching, it's always good to send an email. Hey, you have to send an email, guys. What you have to mention in that email? To whom you have to include, guys? You have to include Windows team, monitoring team, and DBA team and application team. Hello all, I am patching. I am initiating the patching on 192.168.0.10. Okay, with a SQL Server 2019 CU21. Once patching is successfully completed, we will update you here. We will update you in the same thread, or we will update you like this. We will update. So you have to send an email like this. Why? What is the purpose of sending an email before patching, guys? Can anyone tell me? What is the purpose? Let it be. You just tell me the answer. Now we will proceed, guys. Okay, next. Now this is the final screen. You can see action is equal to patch. You can click on update button. That's it, guys. The patching will be initiated. Okay, now it is initiating the instance. So it will keep, sometimes it will stop automatically and sometimes it will start automatically. So you can see this one. Let it be, it will take 10-15 minutes. Okay, so now tell me why I have to include Windows team, why I have to include monitoring team, why I have to include DBA team, why I have to include application team. What is the purpose?
To notify everyone.
Before patching itself we have to do this. Yes, why DBA team has to know, why monitoring team has to know, why application team has to know?
If they have any issue that they know, that's
Very good.
it is an action process.
Yes, very good. Okay, monitoring team especially, they are going to keep monitoring, guys, the instances, servers and all. If suddenly they will have one tool, in the tool it will show you the red color, so immediately monitoring team will raise a request. Hey, they will raise an incident. Hey DBA team, the server is down, please troubleshoot, please check the issues and all, like that they are going to raise it. So if you send an email before itself, before patching itself, even though if SQL server is stopped or restarted multiple times, monitoring team, they don't raise any incident. Why? Because they know that there are activities are going on. If you don't send, they cannot guess, right? Okay, so and so Vinod is patching so and so server, they cannot guess, right? They have to control 1000 servers, 2000 servers. How come they can handle each and every server? How come they see what kind of things are going on? So I'm sorry. So if you send an email before patching, okay, they'll get to know, okay, people are doing maintenance activities. So in case of any alerts are there, they'll suppress the alerts until the activity is going to be completed. DBA team also has to know. Why DBA team has to know? Your team also has to know. Why? Same. Why? Because if you don't send, if the server is down, the whole DBA team will get an alert. So and so server is down. One person will be there in the Hyderabad office, one person will be there in the Bangalore office, or one person will be there in the US office. So if they don't know that Vinod is patching from Bangalore, immediately they will try to log into the server and they will try to troubleshoot why the server is down, what is the problem. They don't know, right? They don't understand that you are patching. If you don't send an email, they cannot guess it. So that's why if you send an email, the DBA team, whoever are there across the globe, they will see your email and okay, some activities are going on. Chalo, in case if they got any alerts also, they are going to skip those alerts. Application team, why they have to know? It is very important, because before patching the server, they might stop application from their side. So for that purpose, we have to inform application team also before patching, right? And sometimes some application related jobs will be there. They are going to be up and running continuously. Sometimes they will let us know, hey DBA team, before patching, just stop all these jobs, disable all these jobs until patching process is going to be completed. I'll tell you what is job and all, don't worry. So you have to follow their instructions and you have to stop in case if anything is running. Okay, so that's why for this purpose we have to send an email to everyone. Windows server you are going to restart, right? So Windows team also has to know, otherwise some alerts will be there from Windows side, they are going to take care of it. So that's why you have to include Windows team, monitoring team, database team, application team during the patching, guys. Before patching you have to send an email like this. After patching you can send an email, hey hello all, patching is successfully completed on so and so server. Now the instance is patched with 2019 CU21 successfully. Application team, please check and let us know if you are facing any issues. That's it. We'll like that, we'll send an email to everyone. Application team will start their testing, and if nothing is there, they are going to revert back, hey, change is looking good, we can close the change request. Once everything is done, you have to close the change request, guys. Okay, yeah, once everything is done, you have to close the change request. That is your responsibility. If you open the change, those who open the change, they have to close the change request also. Otherwise in the office some auditings will be there, people will raise a flag, red flag on you, so and so change is still opened on your name, please close the change, like that you will get an email updates. To avoid all these things, I'm sorry guys. To avoid all these things, so you have to close the change request. While closing the change request, you have to mark it as successful or failed. If it is successful, you have to mark it as successful. If it is failed, you have to mark it as failed. So like this you have to patch the SQL servers, guys. That's it. Okay, so it's almost like it's in the middle of the patching, so let it be. It will take 5 to 10 minutes hardly. Once done, I'll see here the server is stopped. Okay, so it will keep running, guys. It will keep restarting itself in between automatically. Once patching is done, server will be up and running, guys. So once done, I'll show you one thing, what kind of things cross check you have to cross check after patching. Will show you. After that we can leave. Okay, just give me 5 to 10 minutes hardly it will take. Any questions, guys? Any questions, any doubts?
It means at this time the Windows server is down.
Very good question. At this time Windows server is down. That's why patchings will be partially successful. Yeah, it's a reasonable question. It's a good question actually. Someone unknowingly restarted the Windows server during this time. What will happen? Your patching will be failed. That is called partially successful, or lost patch is unsuccessful. Generally, sometimes it will roll back. If anyone restarted the Windows machine, SQL Server itself will roll back the change after restarting the machine. Sometimes it don't roll back. In that case, we have to remove the old patch and we have to reinstall it again. Okay. In the Monday class, I'll show you how to remove the patching, guys. And we'll start the very important topic called security. How come you are going to secure the SQL Server? What kind of methods are there? What kind of techniques are there? Tools are there to enhance the security of the SQL Server? How to create logins? How to give access on databases? How to give access on tables? How to add the logins in the roles, server roles, database roles. All these things will be discussed in the coming week. So coming week security will be completed and backups will start, guys. Backups will start. So that is the 4th week of June. So security will be completed, backups will start. After the backups, automation will start. Jobs, maintenance plans, database, mail, alerts, operators. Once that is done, main concepts, advanced concepts, upgradation, migration will start. Once that is done, HADR will start. HADR, lock shipping, mirroring, replication, clustering, always on. Once that is done, finally performance tuning will discuss, guys.
Shanmugh, sometimes MSI and MSV files also missed at the time also the patching will be going to be failure.
Correct. Yes. Okay. MSP files missing. So I guess this we discuss it during installations, guys. I'll tell you, no problem. I'll include this on Monday. Okay. I'll include this MSP on Monday class. Right, guys. You have to cross check here whether all components are showing green or not. If all components are showing green, okay, that means your patch is successful. Like installation, during installation you will get the same screen, right? In the same way you have to cross check whether all the components are successfully patched or not. If some of them are successfully patched and some of them are not patched, again it is a partially successful. You have to remove the patch, you have to reinstall the patch. In case of any errors, where to check, like summary file, like while installing, how we will get the summary file? In the same way you will get the summary file during patching also. Summary file you will get during patching, during installation, during uninstallation, during upgradation. You will get this summary.txt file. So you can see whether the patching is successfully passed or not. So if it is successful, you can see passed. If it is not successful, you can see failed with errors or error code, like that you can see. So this is one way to cross check whether your patching is successful or not. This is one file. Other than this, you will also have, okay, where is that? It was closed, huh? Yeah, patching window. So yeah, patching window is closed, no issues. So now just observe it clearly, guys. This is the final step. If you see here, what is the number it is showing? 2000, right? 2005, 2000.5, 2000.5 for which number this is? If you go back, 2000.5 RTM number, right? No SP, RTM number 2000.5. If you apply CU21, what will be the number, guys? You will get it.
4360.
Right. If the patching is successful, your build number will be changing like this: 15.0.4316.3. Earlier it was 2000.5, now it is 4316.3. So go and check whether it is changing or not. See, 2000.5, right? Just refresh it. 4316.3. Okay, and run this query. Earlier it is showing SP under selected version. After patching also you have to check all these things, guys. Before patching, like what and all things you checked, after patching also you have to check. See, earlier it is only RTM, now it is showing RTM-CU21. And you can see this KB article I asked you to remember, right? KB article also. In this way you can see, and you can see the build number 15.0.4316.3. here also 15.0.4316.3. in this way you can cross check and you can verify whether patching is successfully completed or not. Okay, guys. Any questions? Any other questions, guys?
I have one question.
Yes, please.
Yeah, if patching is failed, I mean, if it is unsuccessful, and we have crossed the stipulated time that was given in CAB meeting, so what is the next step that we need to take?
Very good question. Okay, so you took 3 hours downtime and your patching is failed. So what to do generally? Once the downtime window is closed, nothing will happen. You will start getting alerts. That's it. Okay, and if possible, try to extend the downtime with the client. Tell to the client or application owner, patching is failed, so we are investigating what is the reason and all. So we'll just give us some time. So you have to coordinate with the user. Based on the user inputs, you can proceed. Okay.
Or we can reschedule.
Once patching is scheduled, again you cannot see. Of course, you have to reschedule. If you are unable to fix this in that window, generally we don't leave it we don't leave it, right? So we have to fix it. So it might take 1 day, it might take 2 days. Still, if it is not working, again you have to reschedule the patch. We cannot reschedule the patch actually. You have to cancel the old change request. Again, you have to raise a new change request. Okay.
Okay, Shanmugh.
Yeah. Any other questions, guys?
Hi, sir.
Yes.
That SP underscore help DB and this databases both are to get the database information.
Yes.
Those are two different ways, huh?
Yes. One is select query, one is stored procedure.
Okay. Both are
Both
Sir.
will give you same output, but different extra columns and all you can see in the select star from sister databases.
Earlier I asked that you change the RAM to 2 GB.
Yes.
There is need in change the CPU also, like 1 core, 2 core,
That
or
is
else
not
CPU
possible. No, you cannot change the CPU. It will automatically allocate CPU cores.
okay.
Only
Again from
only
okay.
you can change memory and the disk. You cannot change CPU.
Yeah, one more basic question from computer, not from SQL.
Okay.
We are seeing in PC like C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive now.
Okay.
Why is there starting any mandatory starting only from C? Why not A, B like that is there?
It's not like that. Okay. A, B and all generally the notation is okay. Generally in the organization, C stands for OS drives. Not sure who started this. Good question. Even I also don't know. So why they didn't start with the A drive letter? Why they started? Any Windows guys are there? Can answer this question? Any Windows guys? Why they? What is the reason they allocated C drive for OS? Okay. So if anyone of them are, if anyone knows the answer, just let me know. So somehow they allocated C drive for OS, Windows. Then from then onwards, D drive, E drive, F drive, like they are giving drive letters serially, like C, D. D is for disk drive. Generally, D is for disk drive. Like when you insert any pen drives, I'm sorry. When you insert any pen drives, when you insert any external hard drives, generally it will allocate D drive. From then onwards, like E drive is free, F drive is free. From then onwards, if you are adding extra drives, it will allocate extra drive letters and all.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Any other questions, guys? No questions? Chalo. So that's it for today. On Monday, we'll connect again at 7 a.m. IST, 7 p.m. IST, and we'll discuss other things, guys. Okay, thank you all. Good night. Good day.
Mr. Kanak, one more question.
Yes, please.
Okay, are we going to do a makeup all because we missed one day, or?
No, tomorrow there is no extra class. Tomorrow it's not possible for me. I'm having weekend classes. This weekend that
Okay,
classes
I'm
will be
just
completed. Yeah, next weekend I'll take extra class. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you all. Good night. Good day, guys. Bye.
Thanks, and bye.